Dear students, today we will discuss about relational database model. So we have learned in previous modules that the data will be stored in the memory using certain addresses, and the user should not worry about how the actual data is stored. However, the user is actually conceptualizing that data into certain format, and there could be number of formats. Today we are going to start one of the format that is known as relational database model. So what is database model? This is an abstraction tool. We do not need to concern with the actual details, how data is stored, and it hides the internal complexities of database storage and presents the conceptual view of the data. And DBMS has then commands to translate the conceptual view of data into the actual representation which is available into the database. So as we have seen that if we have an array, if we have a 2D array, so that array is conceptualized by the humans having 2 columns, but actually all of the data will be stored in a flat, in a linear memory in the RAM. So that translation of 2D array into that linear ordered memory, that kind of things would be done by the database management systems. And DBMS has then commands to translate, and this conceptual view is called database model. Let's have an example of database model known as relational database model. In the relational database model, the conceptual view of the database is that of the collection of tables consisting of rows and columns. So this is similar to multi-dimensional array which have multiple columns. So for example, we have employee number, name, father name, address, salary, department, and date of joining. So we have represented this as a multi-dimensional array, but you must also note over here that array was containing only similar type of data. However, here we have multiple type of data. For example, employee number is a numeric value, name is a string value, address is a string value, salary could be a float value. We referred such a thing as aggregates in the previous modules. So it portrays data as being stored in rectangular tables called relations. So this is one of the relation of employee, and it is storing the information related to employee. And one information, for example, if there is an employee number 5, its name is Ali, its father name is Ahmad, address is, for example, Islamabad, salary is 50,000, department is IT, and date of joining is, for example, 14 July, for example, 2000. So this one row will be called a tuple. So each row in this relation will be called a tuple. So if there is another row over here, employee information, that would be a separate tuple. And in each column will be called as attributes. And sometimes they are also called fields. So here we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 attributes. And we have stored one row at the moment in this relation. And you also must remember that information is not actually stored in rows and columns. It is again stored in the memory as a linear data structure. So let's summarize today's module. We have learned about relational database model. We have seen that all of the data in relational database model will be conceptualized as a relation, as a table. This is similar to the Excel sheet where we have number of rows and number of columns. And we have discussed different basic terminologies of relational database model.